If there's anyone here who's speaking who hasn't yet added your slides to the podium, please come up. Thanks.
Could have made them widescreen. Never mind. Or what? Use session 1 speakers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that's me. Sorry about being late. Yeah. Okay, like that.
Just get a PDF? Is that what you were suggesting? And then just drop it in here?
That would be great, yeah.
So I might just present it from Safari here, or I guess,
Is
can I-
Money's still up? Yeah, Money's still on as well.
can I make it English? I guess it doesn't, I'll just click this and then go through it, that should be fine.
Should be good.
Thanks.
All right, good morning, y'all. Welcome to day 2 of BOSC. It's really good to see everyone. My name is Heather, in case you haven't met me yet, and I just have a few announcements and bits and pieces before we launch into the late-breaking lightning talk session. The first reminder is that we are working under a code of conduct. There's a link up there that you can see the full text of it. ISCB and OBF and BOSC are committed to supporting a productive and safe working environment. If you experience or witness harassment, contact an ISCB ombudsman, and what they have is there's these little flags on their name tags, and the picture there is in a sort of lovely green and turquoisey color, but they have a spectrum of colors, so don't panic if you only see someone with an ally thing that says that's a red tag. They're all people that you can talk to. You can also email safeiscb@iscb.org, and your concerns will be heard out and addressed. You can also use a phone anywhere in the conference center and ask for security if you feel unsafe at any time. The BOSC organizers are committed to this as well, and so we can also help you if you end up in a situation you're not happy with. I wanted to take just a moment and talk about the review process. Every talk that's in the program and every talk that you see up here has been submitted as an abstract and reviewed by at least 3 BOSC reviewers. So everything is peer reviewed. Everything has to be open source, or at least moving in an open direction. Abstracts submitted by BOSC sponsors also have to go through the same review process. So you may see people affiliated with some of our sponsors up here giving talks. They've all been peer reviewed, just like everyone else, and they all have to be open source. This is incredibly important for us to make sure that the talks that you see at BOSC are true to our values and our intentions. If you'd like to get in touch, good things, bad things, anything, discussions, there are lots of different ways. One is to visit our website, open-bio.org. You can follow us on Twitter at OBFBOSC, and there's a fair amount of conversation going on there. There's a hashtag, which is fantastic. We have a couple people who have been sort of live tweeting talks, and there's conversation discussion there. And the hashtag is BOSC2019. And we also have a public Gitter room. If you don't know what Gitter is, it's kind of like Slack or IRC, only with a GUI on top of it. We've got one for the CoFest, and we also have one for BOSC. And the BOSC one is just BOSC Community. If you have a GitHub account, you can log in through that, and you'll be in, and you'll see everything that's going on there. And then finally, if you're speaking in the next session, either the next session or the one after that, please do copy your slides onto the podium computer. If you are in the next one, I think they're just the 2 talks, come during the coffee break so that we can get started on time and everyone can get their full time to give their talks. You can ask questions in the traditional way by raising your hand. We have a microphone over here where you can ask your questions. We also are collecting questions on Slido, sli.do. The event code is BOSC2019, so you don't have to log in or anything like that. You just put in the event code. It's the same as our Twitter hashtag. You can type in your questions, and we'll be taking questions from that as well. So with that, I will hand over to Yo, who will be chairing our first session. And thanks, everyone, and good luck.
Okay, thank you, Heather. So now we have, my name's Yo. We now have the late breaking lightning talk session. So we have several blocks of talks that are 3 minutes long, followed by a 5-minute question session. So you can ask questions on Slido during any of the talks, but we'll only ask during the question sessions after 3 talks. And as a reminder, there are 5 minutes, and I will give you a warning when 1 minute is left. First person up is Christian. Can I? Okay. Let's make sure we get you the right.
Yes, that might be helpful.
And there we go.
Not really.
Oh,
What am I doing?
No, you're not doing anything wrong. It's been very annoying. And there we go. And oh my gosh. There we go.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, thanks. Thank you, everybody, for coming, and thanks to the organizer to give me the opportunity to speak. So my presentation is about Archaeopteryx.js, and basically what it is it's an open source, completely JavaScript-based tool to display phylogenetic tree, but its particular point is to be interactive exploration of trees, not just static display, but to really help users to explore the trees. And for example, what it's not for, it's not meant to produce publication quality figures. So for this, that's not its purpose. It's really just an exploration online of trees. And here you can see an example, how it looks. So it has on one side you have the tree display, and on the other side you have all kind of controls, which depend on how it's configured, they might look a little bit different. And so this tool has a standard feature which most other tree displays tools also have, like you can choose how you want to display your tree as a phylogram or a cladogram or a aligned phylogram, and you can zoom and pan either with the mouse or keyboard, and you can adjust the size of things like labels and branch thicknesses and things like that. And also you can export your tree as a PNG or a SVG, and also in a text-based format like a New Hampshire format, also called Newick, or PhyloXML. So those are kind of standard features which most tools have. And then you can actually click on nodes, and there you can do various things, like you can display the data in the node, you can collapse, uncollapse, you can go to the subtrees, you can return to the supertree, you can delete the node or the subtree there, you can reroute the tree and reorder and swap nodes and things like that. So there's quite a, again, it depends how it's configured and what data you have in the tree. It's a little bit different what you can see, but there's quite a few things you can do here. So, and then I think this feature is maybe a highlight, or I think for my personal use, it's very useful. It's the searching. So you have you can do in parallel. You can search 2 things, which then will be colored in different colors, as you can see in this example. It's green and red. And this search also allows you to do AND searches, or you can do regular expression searches, and you can invert the result. So it's quite flexible what you can do with the search here. And then another thing is you can automatically collapse the tree, and that you can either do it by just the node depth, or also if you have if the tree is annotated in particular ways where you have internal features, you can also use these features to, for example, say you want to collapse at the genus level or species level or something like that. So there's a variety of ways to collapse the tree. And another unusual feature is, again, if your tree has and that one requires you to use PhyloXML, if the tree has various annotations, for example, here's an example from viruses where you have years of infection or country of infection. So you can actually visualize these things as different, in different ways, for example, as colors, or as the shape of the nodes, or the color of the node. So it's quite flexible. You can see here you can control it, how you want to visualize it. So that's another feature. And the availability, so that's the program is It's a LGPL 2.1 license, and it's both on GitHub and also on NPM, so you can download it from there. And there's also links to documentation and examples, so you can learn how to use the program. And one reason why I'm presenting here is, one reason is that I just want to let people know about this program. And the other thing is also I hope to, people help me, if people want to join the development, that would be very great, and I would be happy to have more developers. And yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, please go to those websites and look at it. Or there's also a poster. I think it's still up, so you can also look at that if you want more information. And of course, if you have questions, you can ask me. There's on the websites there's contact information. So I'm happy to help if you want to use it or have questions about it. So that's it.